All right. What's up, loves? So, when it comes to leveling up, when it comes to allowing ourselves to go all in on exactly who we know that we know that we know that we know that we know we're here to be. There's one, there's a, there are some many key pieces. One thing that I've noticed in myself, clients, all the people, soul sisters, all the people, is that when you are holding yourself to the previous level of who you surround yourself with, right? You will not allow yourself to go all the way in. You will not allow yourself to level the fuck up, to goddess the fuck up, because there's this disconnect from who you've been, and which is reflected by the way that your peeps are showing up in their own lives. And that's most likely in some way how you were showing up in your own life. It doesn't mean on all layers and all levels and all the different areas of your life, but there is a good reflection that you can see when you're being called to step into this next level of leadership, of art, of soul, of the transmission that is born to you, of you being the portal of accessing the medicine, of accessing the magic, of accessing the message that you know the fucking madness, accessing and unleashing it completely into what you came here to do, just by being you, by accessing it from soul and allowing it to be transmuted through your body and then out into the world for the people, and really for you. And also the people get to come along and hang out with you on the ride. If you are not, God, if you are not allowing yourself to level up, doesn't mean you get rid of people in your life. That's not the thing. But if you're not allowing yourself to level up in who you surround yourself with on an artistic level, on a creative level, on a leadership level, on a conscious business branding identity, like just consciousness level, you will continuously come up against, like, you'll get to the precipice, like you'll know, like, soul is calling you, soul is like, this is the thing, let's go in, let's go deep, it's time, it's time, it's time. And yet you'll continue just kind of staring down into the abyss, shaking, wanting to jump back into bed, pulling the covers up over your head, sucking your thumb, calling for your mommy. You won't allow yourself to jump. You won't go all the way in, because there's this fear that once you take that leap, that you'll be alone, that you will not be able to have any sort of support, that you're going to, and I'm alone, yes, in the like, oh my God, I'm so lonely, that can come up too, but alone in the sense like, fuck, I got to do it all, like everything, forever and ever, amen, like it's all going to be on me. I'm going to have the responsibility of everything from this point on if I take that leap, because you're not allowing it to be mirrored back to you, that it's safe, that you can still have all the people that you desire around you. You're not allowing that to be reflected back to you by the people that you surround yourself with. So look at your creative friends, look at it, your artistic friends, look at your leadership, like the people who are messengers, the people who are here, they are doing the damn thing or not, right? Look at how deeply they're going all in on who they came here to be. Notice if they are continuously getting stuck in the same story of struggle, if they're continuously getting stuck in the same patterns, where they're allowing and making it mean all of these things about themselves, about you, about the world. If they go to the next level, like, oh God, that's selling out, or that means that this, and that. And then you're like, yeah, and you're buying into that story, except soul is like, that's not our story. That's not our story. But if all the people you surround yourself with are telling that same story, and they might talk a good game, you might talk a good game. I know I can talk a good game. We can all talk a good game. But if they're just, and you, but if it's just talky, and there's no actual up leveling happening, then your belonging wound, this, and this is not like, oh, victim wound, when, like, no, like, love, safety, belonging, like base hierarchy of needs as human tribal creatures. if that belonging piece is not addressed, meaning you are not addressing that in the way that your soul is asking you to goddess the fuck up, level the fuck up, and what you came here to do and who you came here to be, if you are not looking at the people that you're surrounding yourself with and whether or not they too are going all in, they too are like, I mean, pouring themselves into the world, like they are a lot, they are just like accessing every last ooey gooey nectar piece of themselves. If you're not surrounding yourself with people who are doing that, who are being that, who are embodying that, it's going to be that much more harder for you to actually feel safe to go all in. It's going to feel like this disconnect. It's going to feel like, oh, like like I'm going to have to do it, and then like who's going to be my support system, and who am I going to talk to about it? I was WhatsApping with some of my amazing soul sisters and friends, and I was like, oh, sharing this fear that came up, like, oh, like, okay, just had best income month like ever, and it was like all from fucking soul, like it was just like from the ether. Like I made the decision. I obviously, like, I work with my mentor, I do the damn work, I'm in the medicine, I'm in the magic, and it was like, holy shit, like this just happened, and it seemingly like, and I let it be easy, and it was just like, this is flow state, this is me, this is soul. And I shared with them like, yeah, we don't really talk about this stuff. So now I like this old fear, I could feel it around being fully with them in all of my power, like accessing all of my primal, and also allowing that to be seen on a wealth level, like on an income, on a money level. And they were like celebrating, they're like, yes, 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 and all of the things. But there was this belonging thing, even sharing it with them. Now, do I have other humans with whom I can share all things like soul sisters? Yes, absolutely. And this was like a level up in what I shared with them. And so I looked at, I said, okay, I like legit, like, like, all right, Chica, what the fuck is happening here? Let's go, goddess. This, I can feel the fear. We do not fucks with that. Like which I got from one of my mentors, like, are you fucking with fear? I'm like, ooh, okay, call yourself on that shit. Notice it. And it's a portal. It becomes a portal anytime you notice that you're like, ooh, like, am I still going to be a part of this group? Are they going to continuously level up with me? Are they going to run with me? Are they going to be like, oh my God, like that's great, good for you, and be like all triggered and butthurt and like, oh God, and then go into this like pulling away, and then I'm like, what's happening, right? All of those things, all of those fears can come up when it comes to going all the way in on who you came here to be, and whether that's money and wealth and income stuff from soul, whether that is fully unleashing and speaking your message, whether that is the way you connect with God and art and soul in your body, whether that is around your body and allowing yourself to have the like most erotic, turned on, sexually alive, orgasmic, strong, powerful, whatever it is that your body, like how you want to exist in your body, allowing yourself to really have that. Dude, the throat, the allergy. Well, this is partial allergies, as it is all the damn time. But it's also, I've been talking a lot. And in the midst of this leveling up, I can notice that the throat chakra stuff is coming up to be presented and like integrated at the next level. And so the voice keeps going like, and it's back, and it's back. And so, habada, 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 back on track. But when I have no idea where I left off. Please tell me if you remember. But I'm going to keep going anyways. But if there was something that you're like, oh my God, please finish this, type it in, feel free. And hey, and so when you're with the peeps, and you know that these are soul aligned peeps, but you're not quite sure if it was soul aligned at this previous level, or if they're going to actually be able to rock with you, if they're going to be able to stay with you, if they're going to run with you, if they're going to like level up with you. There can be this moment of like, oh gosh, but you notice it, you notice that moment, and then what you do with it, that's the medicine or not, right? I mean, it's all the medicine. It's just what you decide from that space. Do you then like, do you go into the space where you're like, okay, I can see that this is the thing, this is where I am. And like I did with my friends, I was like, hey, this is the fear. This is what's coming up. Like, one, here's a share, two, here's the fear, like boom, like this is it. And I let myself feel it. I let myself be in it. I dropped into my body, I dropped into my nervous system, because I knew the only way that this was a space that I was being asked to level up in my belonging, in this depth of being like held and witnessed, even like no matter what I was doing, financially, from soul, like as I continuously level the fuck up in that area, that they like, are you the peeps who are going to rock with me? Are you going to keep going and keep leveling up with me? And if not, like that's cool too, right? Like we all, it's cool. There's no, the constriction and the fear and the, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the stuff that happens is when we think like the outcome of what people say, what they're going to reflect back, whether or not they are going to roll with us, that's going to be, that's going to mean something. We make it mean something. There's a story there, and then we make it mean like, oh god, I'm gonna go back into being alone. I'm not gonna have any support system. I'm gonna have to do all the things all the time for all the people, and never gonna be able to stop. And what the fuck, I'm never gonna be able to breathe. They're gonna stay friends, and I'm not gonna be in the circle. All this shit that comes up, right? um Whatever it is, notice it, but then you got to use it. You got to go deeper, you got to access it, you got to let it be the medicine, and speak your truth about it, live your truth about it, and continuously level up. If you do not, if you notice the constriction, the fear, the oh my god, and you drop in, and you sit in the trigger, but you don't sit in the trigger as medicine, you just kind of like sit in it, and you go into like a freeze response or flight or whatever it might be, then the leveling up does not commence, right? You stay where you are, you stay with the people that you are hanging with, and they might be in the same boat as you, where they're being called to level up, and they're also in their fear, and then all of you just sit there in your fear, and you hang out in this fear muck, and none of you level up, because none of you are willing to actually be in the medicine, to sit with your shit and like speak it, and then like and deal with whatever happens, right? Like deal with that, and continuously leveling and continuously level up, regardless of what happens in those situations. So this can be family, this can be friends, this can be, I would say coworkers, but I mean coworkers, people in your industry, people that you do like podcasts and media with, people that you are in different programs with, people that you like, whatever it is, like peers, right? Like whatever. I know coworkers is not it's generally not the term for us creative entrepreneur type folks, but right, like you've got to be willing to go into the portal to, I mean, before you even go into the portal, you got to actually have the capacity to notice the portal. You've got to be like, you've got to be able to see the portal, and then you've got to be willing to go into the portal. So the awareness, the presence, the nuanced sensitivity and attunement with what your soul, with what your body is offering you in any given moment, that's got to be there. I mean, that's the damn work, right? That's the deep work. You got to be able to witness it, and then the magic, the deep magic, comes from you actually like accessing it, and then unleashing, going forward, like choosing. Like it has to be a decision. It's got to be like the number 4. Like if you see lots of 4s, it's discipline, order, and devotion. So all of those things have to be in it. Like you got to decide, and then boom, you got to be willing to stay in it, stay the path no matter what. Yes, like like you ebb and you flow, you you stick and you move, and all of the things, but you also have to be willing to be in it. Like you can't just like stay on the surface and be like, oh my god, I noticed this thing and it's so scary, and doop, 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 right? I mean, you could do that. Fuck, we all do that sometimes. And also, if you're being called to go to the next level, then you got to be willing to like sit there, work with it, be in it, like speak your truth, live that medicine, and like keep it moving. Don't get in the stuck point. Don't stay in the stuck point. The stuck point becomes the access point. Then it becomes the medicine. That's the portal. Like once that stuck point, you recognize the fear, the trigger, holy shit, oh my god, I'm gonna be alone, no one's gonna support me, oh my god, I'm gonna have to do it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever this stuff is, right? In this instance, we're talking belonging wounds, right? You got to notice it. What's that stickiness? What's that place that you've been like, every time you hit up against it before, it was like, whoa, all the old encoding, the trauma, the drama, the beliefs, the patterns, all of blah, 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 the trauma response, like going into freeze or flight or whatever it is, noticing that. And then once you allow it to become an access point into the medicine, right? Like, it's a portal. It opens you, it expands you, it drops you in. And that's when you begin to level up. That's when you continuously level up. You go into the shift, you gain the momentum, you go into the shift, you gain momentum, you stay in the work, you stay in the medicine, you stay in the magic, you stay in the madness of who you came here to be. You access it, you unleash it on all layers and all levels. That's the thing. Any questions? Let me know if there's any questions if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this later, then please feel free to type them into the comments. We're going to talk, like I did full moon ceremony in Body of Work. It's one of my memberships. It's sexual energy and nervous system support for like, for you, you know who the fuck you are, the creators. Yesterday we had full moon ceremony, and I had I really just like a drop in. I'm like, okay, what is the thing? What's the thing that we're doing in ceremony today? And my body, soul, I was in the shower and I was like, it's the reclamation road. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, it's going to be like sensual and flow. And we're just going to be like, ooh, in the earth with the drum beats. And it's just going to be, And then we got into ceremony. It was like, boom. And it was like primal, and it was raw, and it was just like, ooh, gritty. And it was just like so dropped in. And one of my clients like messaged me, was like, oh my God, that was fucking it was fucking epic. Oh my gosh. And I was like, yes, because I let it be from soul, because I didn't get hung up in the story of like, oh my God, this is a thing. This is how it has to be. I got the message, and then I dropped into cosmic consciousness. I brought it into creation. And I did it, I brought it into the now, right? It wasn't just like, oh, well, no, this was the plan. I got it. I dropped in and got what the overview was, but I didn't try to control it in the moment. I allowed myself to go right back into that cosmic consciousness, to allow the creation, the creativity, the message, everything, the madness to be fully unleashed in that moment. It leveled us all up. Being able to, if you're one of my clients and you're in there, you're doing great. No questions though. Awesome. Thanks, love. If you are already in Body of Work, then go and watch it now. Go do the ceremony. No, don't watch it. Go do the ceremony right now. You will be fucking shifted and transformed immediately, just by being in the ceremony. If you're not in, join us. Obviously, yourbodyofwork.com. Go join us. And if I had not allowed me to allowing, just letting it move through, then it wouldn't have been the medicine wouldn't have been there. I would have hit a stuck point of this, but I thought it was going to be this. Ugh, what are they going to say? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be valuable? I mean, but but this are they going to think that it's this, or is this the correct thing of a ceremonial space? Or I can go down all of those, and that stuck point would have stayed a stuck point. There would have been no leveling up. There would have been it would have been full on living transmission from pussy and God and art and soul in the moment. It wouldn't have been. I would have been in my head. I would have been trying to lead ceremonial space from my head, and it would have remained a stuck point. It would have gotten, but that stuck point of being holy shit, noticing this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then there was a choice, okay, do you drop in deeper? Do you drop in and let that become the portal, right? Is this now an access point for deeper medicine, or do we stay in the stuck point? So this is what happens when you notice that you're being called to go to the next level, going, back to Karli. Okay, I digress. Rabbit hole. If you're being called to go deeper into that next level, into the portal, into the medicine, into your body, into the transmission, into the magic, into all of the things, and you are not, you're just not. You're getting stuck in the trigger. You're getting stuck in the worry. You're getting stuck about all the old stories and what you're making them mean about you, about other people, about your business, about your art, about your expression, about your body, about your voice, about your power, about all of the things. The next level, that transmission, that living transmission, allowing you to, that drops that, it drops consciousness, cosmic consciousness, creation. It drops it into your physical reality. You're stopping that flow. You're stopping that flow, and then it goes back into kind of like, and it just kind of stays in cosmic consciousness, and you stay in the triggers and the fears and the stuck point, and you stay, and the people you're surrounding with yourself with, if they're all living in their stuck point, then you're just going to go back and you're going to huddle up in your stuck point, and then you can bemoan the fact that you're all in your stuck point, and why isn't it working for us, and what the hell are we supposed to do, and what's the next step, and what's the how. Let's go buy another program. Let's go do the thing. Let's go buy this book. Let's not do the program that we bought. Let's not read the book that we got. Let's just like sit there and then talk about how we're not going to the next level. We've all done this. We've all done this. Maybe you're doing it right now. If you are, this is your wake up call. This is the transmission for you. This is the activation to say like, okay, is this people group that I'm hanging out with is allowing me to level up? Is my belonging wound, is my fear of being alone, of having to do everything on my own, of not having a support system, of being all the things to all the people all the time, as soon as I go to this next level, is that holding me in this group, this community, this friendship, this dynamic? That's it. Is that fear of going into all of that, and the fear of aloneness and all aloneness, of being alone and all of things, is that holding me in this dynamic? And if so, then what do I now choose instead? What do I now allow myself to choose instead? And then what's it going to take? And these are your journaling. Write these things down. Is it what am I being called to choose instead? And what's it going to take in order for me? Oh crap! I got too close to the screen. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Maybe. Okay, I think we're all right. I'm going to keep going. If it's blurry, I apologize. I move a lot. Zoom. Yes, I am on Zoom, but camera can't keep up with all the movement. And no, it will not be still. It cannot be still. Can't stop. Won't stop. And what's it going to take in order for you to choose the thing that you're being asked to choose by soul, to drop fully in, to look at the triggers, to look at the stuck point, to look at the dynamic that you're currently living in around belonging and around what level you're allowing yourself to play at? What's it going to take? Nervous system support, using sexual energy, doing all of the damn things, journaling, working out, training, how you're eating, how you are connecting into cosmic consciousness, into flow, into super flow, into God consciousness, into universe, accessing. How are you accessing? How are you expressing? What is it going to take? How do you need to be working with your emotions? How do you need to be working with your energy body? How are you being called to do the deep trauma healing? How are you being called to integrate? Like, what is it going to take in order for you to make that choice that you're being asked to make, in order for you to go to the next level, to look at who you're surrounding yourself with, and okay, what if things shift? What if the dynamic has to shift in order for you to go to this next level? Then what's the fear around that? What are you making that shift of dynamic mean? That I'm going to be alone, that I'm not going to have friends at this next level, that nobody's going to be able to handle me if I go to this next level, that no one at this next level are people that I want to hang out with. And so I'm going to still hang out with people who are at my previous level, whatever it might be. Might be all those things, might be none of those things, something completely different. But what's the story? What's the meaning about why you have to stay in the current dynamic that you're in? And what's the thing about this dynamic? What's the medicine in your current dynamic? What's the medicine that your current dynamic of your people group, your friends circle, your whatever it is, your relationship, your lover? What is this dynamic here to show you? What's the medicine that you're being asked to receive, to integrate from this dynamic, that is going to allow you to make the choice? Remember, go back into the other journaling, that you're making the choice around, that you're allowing yourself to go to this next level and to stay at this next level. And seeing, like, maybe all the people that are in this dynamic, maybe they're being called to go to this next level as well in their own way, in like whatever, maybe it's right now, maybe it's whenever, but maybe they're not. And then what does that bring up? What are you making that mean about you, about them, about who you are, about who they are? And how is that holding you back? So that's a lot of journaling prompts. I invite you to drop into those as soon as this, what is this? The replay, whatever, as soon as that's up, you can just scroll back through to the end. And or if you're watching this later, just hit pause and make sure you write out all the journaling prompts. I think that's it. If you're ready to go deeper, and I mean like all the way fucking deep with me, mission, message, madness is coming. I'm not going to tell you anything else. I'm just going to say that it's coming. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're on my email list. Make sure you're in all the places being my email list here, Instagram. It's pretty much my hangouts. But yeah, if you know you're ready for like next level shit, like next level goddess shit, then then stay tuned. I will be announcing whenever I announce. I don't know when that will be, but it'll be when it'll be. And you want it first dibs, then make sure you're in the know and all of that good stuff and all that jazz. Yeah. What else? If you want the full moon ceremony, then yourbodyofwork.com. Join us. It's monthly membership. I'm about to go fucking ham in that membership. Just saying. If you want in, this is the time to get in. You only get access to the months that you're an active member. So like if you want April, then you got to be active during April. Yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Type them into the comments below whenever the questions pop up for you. You can always DM me over on Instagram if you just want to chit chat. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to be in the deep work, in the deep magic, in the deep medicine with me, with yourself, with your soul. It is the thing. It's what it's all about, and everything else gets to flow from that space. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody tell you different. I love you. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are in this big, beautiful world of ours. And as always, here's to your untaming. Bye, wild ones.